Hi, I am Shen Zixin, and I present to you understanding what people listen to, a visual journey. First of all, I am interested in seeing if there's a general taste in music, if there's a pattern, i.e. So we can see from this stacked area graph that yes, there is indeed a pattern. During the middle of each year, strangely, the minor keys are usually used more often, which would usually annotate a sadder voice. And towards the beginning and the end of the year, the majors are actually used more, especially the A, C, G, D keys. And that is normal because these are usually the keys that are used in festive music, such like Christmas music. Well, then we can continue our exploration with keys and to see what's more. Well, do people actually listen to more positive sounds or sad sounds? If you look at this pie chart here, we can actually see that even for the absolute numbers, the major keys seems to triumph, and for the popular keys, the top 5 out of 10 keys are actually major keys. And next, I also want to see how music has progressed. Are people listening to happier songs? Do we dance to them more, maybe? So if you look at these two line charts here, which denotes both danceability and valence, we can see that there's actually steadily lowering until they hit rock bottom at 2018. But however, they do seem to arise, which is to my surprise, during the COVID years. Well, I guess people maybe just want to hear more positive music when they're in great times of difficulty. Also, the other thing I notice in my daily life is how I seem to hear more and more words more often. And look at the rich plots here, which shows the speechness and the instrumentalness across decades. We can see that indeed there are more human voice in the songs, and increasingly there have been drastically less non-human voices. Uh, the other feature that logically accompanies this is that the beat per minute, which is the quantification of how fast a song is also increasing. We can see through this bubble chart here. Through the early 2010s, there's the resurgence of electronic music, so it is actually a bit higher. But throughout the 2020s, we can see that it has fairly stabilized to around 120 for the pop music. Well, for the last parts, I wish to do something more grand. That is to say, if we're uh, what are the exact songs we are listening to? Are they old? Are they young? And this is a scatter plot that I've shown to show uh, the kind of songs that we're listening to. That we can see people are actually listening to much more new songs. I mean, yes, here and there are a few old songs, but not really. It's mostly the new hits that the people are listening to. Finally, I want to show this interactive world map, which shows the countries that the artists are from actually made it to the list. If we hover over to a certain place, it will show the count, and it is according to a certain scale. And just see how they are distributed globally.